Welcome to Improv for the Podcast. On this week's episode, we're joined by Sophie Heffner, who will tell us all about her improvisational journey. We'll play a couple games, and most importantly, learn how she improv'd her life. Let's hit it! Welcome to Improv for the Podcast. I'm your host, Michael Lee Evans, and tonight I'm joined by the incredibly talented East Coast native, sketch comedian, improviser, Instagram influencer of herself, Sophie Heffner.
Wow, that was a great intro. East Coast native.
East Coast native.
East Coast native. It is true.
Okay, that's good.
It is true. You got that right.
Imagine it wasn't true, and you
That
just
would've
happened to
been.
live on the East Coast for a little bit, but you were born in Oklahoma or something.
Yeah, no, never that.
Yeah.
No shade to Oklahomans.
A little.
A little shade.
Yeah. I don't think they're listening. I don't know.
If anyone from Oklahoma's listening to this, what's it like there?
No.
That's my question.
Yeah.
I can't even conceptualize it.
They have
but love it.
Tulsa, the handle part. Mm-hmm. What goes on there?
Yeah. Is it a flyover state? Is it part of the flyover states? I don't know.
I think I've always flown over Oklahoma.
Yeah, I think same.
Yeah. I mean, because people go to Texas. That's right there, just south.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is true.
That's because they have they got stuff.
You know what? I do have a friend from Oklahoma. So
Oh, wow.
we love Oklahoma over here.
Yeah.
You know,
Actually, I have family there, so I don't even know what I'm saying. Sorry,
Oklahoma.
Yeah,
We love you.
Yeah, you're more than okay.
We love you. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
But Sophie, enough about Oklahoma. We could talk about it all night. We could easily. With the amount of knowledge between the two of us, at least 7 hours worth of content. But I'm looking at this old sign here. I'm wondering, how'd you get started at this place, Sophie?
So I'm still relatively new to the IFTP world. I started here in the fall, but she wasn't my roommate at the time. She's my roommate now, Courtney Shields.
Courtney Shields, friend of the show.
A little name drop, friend of the show, Courtney Shields. Courtney, if you're watching this, I hope you are.
If you're not, ouch.
If you're not, tap in.
Yeah.
I met her at the Groundlings, but she had told me about IFTP, and she was like, she had been going for a while already at that point, and she was like, I love it. I get to just go and be silly and have fun. And she was living on the west side. I was not. So I was like, it's kind of a drive.
Yeah.
It's kind of a drive. But then when I moved in with her, I was like, you know what? Let's do it. I want to start going to IFTP because I had been to a show too that she was in, and I saw Matt and I saw everyone performing, and I was like, they just look like they're having the best old time. So I signed up with her Wednesday nights, my Wednesday night crew. Whoa. You know who you are. And that was in the fall, and I've just kept going. I love it here. I really do.
That's fantastic. Okay. I definitely want to hear more, but I'm going to have to cut you off there because we have to play 3 things.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So you played 3 things before or some version of it?
Some version.
Some version of it. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. All right. So here we go. These are 3 things. Sophie, your first category, bad places to wear Meta AI Ray-Ban glasses.
Okay. I'm going to say the DMV.
1.
A funeral.
2.
And a surprise party.
3. Very nice. Next category. Things you miss from the East Coast.
The changing of seasons.
1.
The time there.
The time. 2. Okay.
And we'll say the air.
The air.
The air.
Seasons, time, and air. The big 3.
The big 3. What the East Coast is known for.
Well, what it's known for. We're going to unpack that in a second. But last category. 3 comedic influences.
Robin Williams.
1.
Kate McKinnon.
2.
And Jim Carrey.
3. These are 3 things.
Yes.
All right. Well done. So let's circle back to that first category, Sophie. Why did I ask you about those Meta glasses?
Oh, well, I've had a couple of Meta Glasses videos that have done well in the social media world on my Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is just crazy, like a crazy thing to be experiencing.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, they're cool. You know, those Meta Glasses are not even my own. They're one of my other roommate who he also makes Meta Glasses videos, and he has done huge numbers on Instagram. Yeah. They're his, and I was like, I used them for that video, and now I'm like, well, either Ray-Ban's got to send me my own, or I've got to figure something out here. But yeah, wild. Yeah,
I saw one of those videos. The official Velveeta cheese company commented, and I was like, "That's so cool. They make good cheese."
They do. I have no idea how anything in the internet sphere works.
It's kind of crazy.
I am trying to get a brand deal from Velveeta though, so I responded to their comment, and I was hoping that would be enough. On TikTok, I posted that video on TikTok, and Welch's commented, and Pizza Bagels.
Bagel Bites?
Bagel Bites.
Oh, that's one of my all-time favorites.
They both commented, so...
Oh my gosh.
If I get a brand deal, I'll come to you first with the Bagel Bites.
Please. I will sing their praises.
Yeah.
I was raised on Bagel Bites.
They're fantastic.
Actually, my mother was a Bagel Bite.
Wow.
No, that's not true.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's we don't really look alike, but
yeah,
it's recessive dominant genes. Right. We talked about that before the show.
Yeah,
so you get it.
Inherit that look.
No,
from her.
not at all. I look much more like my father, who was just a regular man.
A human, yeah.
Yeah, a human man. Yeah. None of the pizza genes came down.
Yeah, shoot.
Yeah, bummer. Okay, so Meta Glasses, crazy tool. Yeah, I definitely... Some funny videos. There was it was the emotional scene. And then, I mean, it's the moment that got everyone, but it's in the bathroom. You turn in the mirror and then just like... It was really good. It was really good.
It is such an interesting way to film. I wonder, because I am now getting comments like, when are we going to see the final result?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, I don't know that there is one, but I would love to see a movie shot on Meta Glasses. It's an interesting POV, to say the least.
Yeah. Did you ever see that movie, Nickel Boys?
No.
Yeah.
But I know that it was great.
Yeah.
I didn't have to see it to know. I know, but everyone said it was great.
Yeah, and it's kind of like, that makes me think of that. I mean, obviously, that movie is like super serious subject matter. It's intense, but it's fascinating how it's done because it is first-person perspective for a majority of the film. So it's like they thought about having those glasses, I think, before those glasses came out.
Right.
And it's, really good movie. Go watch it. I think it's
everyone
best
go
picture
watch
nominee
Nickel
like 2 years ago.
I think
Boys.
It was.
Yeah.
Maybe if they make a second one, I can get in there and do some camera work.
That's true.
If they're looking for that.
Nickel Boys 2.
Nickel Boys 2.
Coming right back at you. Yeah, there you go. I don't think there's gonna be a second one. Maybe like a spin-off. Maybe a more lighthearted.
Maybe they'll do a Instagram
verticals.
Like the vertical shorts. Yeah. If they do a Nickel Boys vertical shorts, I'm all in.
Okay, there you go. Okay, we have someone, director of photography right here.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, so next category. I asked you about the East Coast. We already established you grew up on the East Coast.
I did.
The time is better over there, I hear.
What?
Please explain that.
Okay, I said that, but I'm taking it back because I was just thinking on my way over here because I was talking to my parents and I was like, it's 9:30 there right now because it's 6:30 here. If you guys don't know how that time change works.
Spoiler.
I know. Spoiler. Guys, it's nighttime here. But we were also talking about daylight savings. Everything's all out of whack. I think that's where that came from.
Everybody's wrong.
Everything is wrong.
Yeah.
But the days when I'm back in the East Coast, the days feel faster because I think they are kind of. But in some ways, I'm like, okay, if I'm going to be productive, I have to decide early on that I'm going to be productive on the East Coast because I'm running out of time.
Yeah.
I'm running out of time.
Yeah. I mean, that's like the whole city of New York, I feel like. That's just the whole deal. Yeah.
Well, and I'm from upstate New York. I'm from Syracuse. So we have little to no light most of the year.
Oh.
I would describe it as a sister of Alaska.
Oh, interesting.
So I would say 9 months out of the year, just a lot of darkness, a lot of gray.
Yeah.
Everyone has a vitamin D deficiency.
Yeah. Seasonal affective depression disorder.
Yeah.
But the season is the year.
The season is the year. Yeah. So it's just depression at that point.
Yeah. It's just chronic depression. Wow.
So yeah, it is. So daylight savings there is like, now that it's staying light longer. It's a huge win.
They're all coming out.
Everyone's coming out of hibernation, literally. Yeah.
Wow. It's incredible. I didn't know humans hibernated.
Yeah. In upstate they do.
Oh, in upstate they do. Okay, so like Buffalo, Syracuse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. Good to know. I'm learning so much today. Okay. Last category. Why do you think I asked you about your comedic influences?
I don't know. I think because you're asking the hard-hitting questions.
That's the hard-hitting questions.
You're asking the hard-hitting questions. I have so many.
Yeah.
Truly. And like, even if I watch something, a friend or a stranger or just anyone perform, and I think it's like brilliant, I'm like, okay, now that's my comedic influence and someone that no one would know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, Robin Williams, grew up on Robin Williams, just his stage presence and his ability to improvise and just sort of say whatever. And it was like he was floating in midair, no matter what the role was. Yeah. So that was huge. Kate McKinnon, I think, is my favorite, now SNL alum, but my favorite SNL cast member of all time. She's just so incredible. She's so great. And I think there are people, I've heard this before, where you kind of idolize the cast that you grew up watching if you watch the show. And Kate McKinnon was sort of in the pocket there of, like, in my formative years. Yeah. She was just so prevalent. I mean, Mrs. Rafferty is, like, I think my favorite character of all time. I want to see her do a movie of Mrs. Rafferty. And then Jim Carrey, same thing. Just big energy. And also, I mean, all three of those people, but like Robin and Jim Carrey especially, I think just so versatile. They can do drama. Yeah. They could be comedic. And I think just all three of them too, very soulful people, which I identify with too. So yeah, those are my three off the dome.
That's a strong three, I'd say. That's a good lineup. Yeah.
I tried, I really tried.
Yeah, man, Robin Williams. Yeah, I only saw Ferngully. I don't know if you've ever seen it for like the first time this year.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's I think like 1984 animated movie. Robin Williams plays a bat, and it's just like insane. Like that movie's already kind of insane, especially if you watch it now, because like 1984, kind of a different time.
Yes,
but he's still he has like a whole little song in there, like a little rap song almost. Yeah, it's pretty great just for him. Weird movie.
I need to go back. There are so many little weird movies that I'm like, why haven't I seen this? Yeah. Probably because it's not available anywhere.
Yeah, it's hard to find.
I have to search for it. But that's something my dad is always telling me. He's like, there are so many movies that you haven't seen, like classics too, that I haven't seen that I feel ashamed of. Yeah. But I'm getting there.
What are some of them? There. Give me three classics that you feel ashamed you haven't seen. We're doing an extra three things.
Okay, an extra three things. Okay, well, this is the first one that I need to watch immediately, which is All the President's Men.
Okay. Haven't seen it either, so add me to the list. Yeah.
Another one is, I'm gonna say The Birdcage, because I mean, that's a good one. How am I gonna be fan of Robin Williams and not have seen it? But and then let's see, a third one. This isn't even necessarily an older movie, but I've never seen it. Brokeback Mountain.
Never seen it either.
Just didn't quite catch it.
Yeah. I think like it's just like you kind of know about it.
Yeah.
Like you're I generally know the gist of the film.
I think I have seen the scenes somewhere out of order.
Yeah.
throughout my life.
Yeah.
I've seen every scene, but just haven't quite caught the whole movie the way it was intended to be seen.
Like when it came out, which
But
was a while
from
ago
what
now.
I've seen, brilliant work.
Yeah.
So I have to catch that as well.
Yeah. Okay. I've only seen one of those. I've only seen Birdcage, so that's I gotta
to catch up.
Work on my list.
Robin Williams is in that, isn't he, or no?
I'm trying to think. I know it's Nathan Lane.
Or De Niro? Is De Niro in it?
It's been a minute. I can only remember Nathan Lane.
Well, you know what? Love Nathan Lane too.
Nathan Lane,
so
there you
there's
go.
a reason to see it.
Yeah. Because I know like Mrs. Doubtfire. That's Robin Williams. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh boy, this is not a good look. Yeah, and you know what? Robin Williams is in Birdcage. I'll say it. Even if I'm wrong, I'll say it.
I'll say it too.
Yeah.
I'm envisioning the poster because I do know what the poster looks like.
Yeah.
I'm a relatively new Letterboxd user.
Okay.
I've had the app for years, but just started committing to using it.
Going through, putting everything in.
It is a great app, and I feel like that's every interview I see now is actors saying their 4 favorites. Yeah. And you know what? It should be 5 too. Why is it 4?
Yeah.
I think it should either be 3 or 5.
4 is like Mount Rushmore, I think, which is like, that's like sports debates. They go like, what's your Mount Rushmore? Whatever.
Yeah.
The guys who played basketball in the 90s. I don't know.
Yeah. I just feel like if I'm going to list 4, let me list 5.
Yeah.
But I got to talk to the Letterboxd people about that.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But see, they can't now. It's like too
I know,
ingrained
it's
in
ingrained.
culture.
Whatever.
Yeah.
I'll start my own platform.
I have a Letterboxd. I don't really use it. I've probably had it for a couple years. I had like a good month. I was like, I saw these movies, and then I just it
does
nothing about dislike. I'm just lazy.
It gave me a little incentive to see more movies. Also, what has given me more incentive, and these are for new movies, not old, but I am also coming up on my year anniversary of being an AMC Stubs member, an AMC A-lister. So roll with me, guys.
I'm a Regal guy because I live near a Regal. I don't know anyone else who's a Regal subscriber.
I only had Regal growing up.
Oh, okay.
I didn't set foot in an AMC until I moved out of upstate. There are no, I think the closest AMC would probably be in New York City.
Yeah.
But I was a Regal girl growing up. But I mean, the Regals, we never had any standalone Regals. They were in malls, in our 2 malls, which one has since shut down.
No.
And actually...
Don't say that.
Well, the mall shut down, but the Regal was still open.
Still fighting.
I think the whole thing might be closed now.
Oh.
But Upstate also has the, like... I think it would be their version of, like, an Alamo Draft House where
they're trying
you
to
can
capitalize.
eat food there or eat a whole meal, which is... I get it, but I'm like, I can't see. I can't see and I can't focus on the movie. I have like chicken tenders in one hand and I'm like
popcorn. There's like a drink. There's a lot. You got to think about what you order
something's
next.
Playing. It's just a lot. But
it's TV dinner.
Respect it. TV dinner. I respect it nonetheless.
Yeah.
But I was a Regal girl until I moved here.
Yeah.
AMC is supreme over Regal, I will say. But I respect you.
I do agree. It's just where I live, which is East Side. Like I'm talking East LA. So the Regal situation is better over there than the AMC is. So
I respect that.
But the drinks are worse. We did get recliner seats this year. Huge year.
That is huge.
But yeah, the drinks stink. But you know what? I go. They have movies, and I like them.
Yeah, as long as you can see the movie. And you know what? There are so many theaters in LA. Like
I mean, we're spoiled.
Yeah, I've lived here almost 4 years now, and I just went to New Bev for the first time. And I used to live right by it, and I just never got the... But now I'm like, oh, I understand. I understand now.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's also... We are so spoiled.
Yeah. I have 3 Regals all within 15 minutes. Like,
wow.
So I can just
you can do a...
Which one has the best
Regal
showtime?
Crawl.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I've done that once. I saw one at one. The Barbenheimer day, I just went between 2 different Regals just to mix it up. Yeah.
That's commitment.
Yeah.
That's commitment to Regal. Do they have their own, like a membership?
Yeah,
like,
it's called Regal Unlimited.
Oh.
And it's like $3 cheaper a month.
Regal Unlimited.
Yeah.
Regal Unlimited versus AMC A-List.
Yeah.
Unlimited kind of sounds cool to
you're
me.
like, wait, Unlimited?
It sounds
Hang
almost,
on.
for some reason, it sounds like a James Bond movie to me.
there's
Regal
just
Unlimited.
Some I don't know, some prestige about it. But
Yeah.
it's like the same thing. You know, there's an app, you get movies on there. I think AMC's is actually like fundamentally better though. It's just
Yeah.
again, the only people I know, my wife and I, we both have Regal. I have never met a single other person who has it. Everyone is like, oh, AMC.
Yeah, I
Or
didn't
just
even
nothing.
know until you said that Regal did that. To be so honest with you.
Oh, I'm a Regal evangelist, apparently.
That's good.
Yeah.
Y'all have to believe in something.
Yeah.
Right.
It's you know, it's a lost cause, but it's the one I've attached myself to. But
There's nothing wrong with
you know
that.
what's not a lost cause, Sophie? IFTP.
So true.
I was like, we're going to talk about movie theaters letterbox
I know.
forever. But what I want to do, Sophie, is that I want you to take us back here in this room tonight to the first time you heard about, saw Improv, whenever that was.
Let's see. I think the first time I ever saw Improv in my life was I was in elementary school or middle school, and one of my good friends, her older sister, was part of the improv troupe at our high school. And so I would go with her and her family to watch her sister. And I feel like I don't really have memories of that, but I think I was sort of like, oh, this is cool. But I wasn't processing what improv was.
Yeah.
I think the first time I was ever conscious in an in an improv show, and I did in high school, I did improv club. Like I would go to improv club, but
nice.
I only went, I think, the first 2 weeks of school freshman year. And then, you know, when you're in high school, it's like, which group do you join?
Yeah.
So that was like sort of where all the theater kids did their thing. And I had so much respect for them. And I had a lot of friends who were theater kids, but I was still sort of like, I don't know if this is my scene. I'm kind of like,
That's fair.
I'm gonna play freshman volleyball. And
I mean,
like,
volleyball's
my
cool.
yeah, that's my scene right now. So
Yeah.
I never continued with it, and that would probably be my one regret from high school. But I think when I moved to LA, I saw a show at the Groundlings. I saw a long form improv show at the Groundlings, and I was like, whoa. And my mind fell onto the floor, and I think it's still somewhere there in the Groundlings Theater.
Oh, wow.
I've yet to find it.
You need to go get that.
I know, I need to get it back. It's been some time now. But yeah, I think from there, I just was like, I want to consume all improv ever in life. So I would watch YouTube videos of old like UCB cage matches.
Like ASCAT.
I read whatever the comedy book is that Del Close wrote.
Oh, Truth and Comedy.
Truth and Comedy, yeah. I read that. I actually am now reading for the first time the UCB like manual that they
the Bible.
wrote. Yeah,
there's like a new one, I think, too. They just put out in the past couple of years.
Yeah. I'm reading that. I just wanted to consume everything that was and is improv. So that was my first entrance into the improv world in general. And then at IFTP, going to a couple shows to support Courtney. And just seeing I think the diversity of people here is really what drew me in, because I've always felt that improv should be for everyone.
Yeah.
And here it really is. It really is for everyone. Yeah. And I love that. And so I think that's what drew me in specifically to here.
Yeah, absolutely. So prior to moving to LA, or I guess like growing up, were you interested in performing at all, or did you do like music, dance, like anything?
Yeah, I think I was.
Theater,
I was always interested in performing, but I think it was not something that I admitted to myself. I mean, I would perform for like my parents and my friends, and I would put costumes on in my basement and do my own version of shows. And I remember my friends' parents saying like, oh, like you're going to host the Tonight Show, or you're going to, and I was like, what's the Tonight Show? I'm in 3rd grade. But
I'm not watching Letterman.
Yeah, I'm not. No. So I wasn't aware that I wanted to perform. I did a little bit of children's theater. Yeah. And what's funny about that is, for some reason, when I was doing children's theater, I never had a main role or anything. If you saw me in children's theater, I was in the ensemble. Woman 1 was my
That's a good part.
role. Woman 1 in Annie, I think I was, and that was great. That's a good part. I sang the Herbert Hoover song that they sing, whichever one that is. I remember that.
We could sing it right now. We're not going to, but we could.
We could if we really wanted to, but we'll spare you.
Yeah.
So I did a little bit of theater, and then I was really into film and photography. So I thought that was kind of gonna be my thing, was more behind the camera, directing and writing. But I think when I think back now, I'm like, you always wanted to perform. You should have just been honest from the start.
Yeah.
But it definitely was always there.
Yeah. Yeah. And is that desire to perform, is that what brought you out to LA?
Yeah. So I kind of had a weird trajectory, not weird, but not a linear trajectory. I went to college very briefly. I was in film school, and the school that I was at, DePaul University in Chicago. Mm-hmm. I was
Blue Devils.
Yeah, Blue Devils. I was there they had a specific a comedy filmmaking, like a comedy directing degree.
Oh, wow.
And that's so cool. I committed to that school because I was like, and they worked with Second City. They wrote that on their thing. They were we work with Second City. And so in my mind, I was like, oh, I'm going to go to this school and just, that'll be my entrance into the comedy world. Like, I'm going to be in school, but I'm really going to be at Second City, and that will be how I jumpstart everything.
Put you in the right location. You have the connection. Yeah, it's all there.
Yeah, exactly. And then I get there, and it's freshman year, which, you have to take gen eds. Yeah. So they're like, how about
English
instead of doing what you want to do, how about you do Math 101?
Oh,
and I was like, actually, I think I'm going to just leave. So and this was also kind of COVID-y time too. Okay. This was 2021, so it was still kind of COVID.
Yeah.
So I did like 6 weeks there, and then I just was like, this isn't for me. I just was sort of struggling, and so I came home back to Syracuse, and I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do now. And then I got a job with my uncle, who is an executive producer. He was working on a movie in New Orleans, and he was like, I can see if I can get you a job as a PA. It's not going to be easy because we have the same last name, and you're not going to be a Nepo hire. Not on my watch. My uncle said, not on my watch. You're not going to be a Nepo. Yeah.
Also, maybe a little nepotism, please, but
just get me the job and I'll do the rest.
Yeah.
So I got a job, and I lived in New Orleans for awesome. 7 months. That's
cool.
At the time, I was like, this rules. And I look back now, and I talk about this with my parents. They're like, I can't believe we let you do that. Because, I was 18. I turned 19 when I was there, living by myself in New Orleans, working as a PA. But it was truly, that was my college. Yeah. It was the most transformative experience of my life. I met some great people. We had a great crew.
You're in it.
Yeah, I was in it. And it was a movie for Netflix, Rebel Ridge on Netflix. I don't know if you caught that one.
I didn't.
Well, it won the Emmy for Best TV Movie. So
there you go. That's
so cool. I'm also an Emmy winner. Emmy winner, guys.
Emmy winner.
We can add Sophie that Heffner. to my resume. No, but yeah. So I did that, and it was great, and it confirmed for me that I wanted to be in front of the camera. Yeah. Because I was working 16-hour days as a PA, which. Utmost respect for production. Nothing would happen without them. Yeah. But I was like, this is great. This was a great learning experience. Yeah. And now I'm going to do something else. So I came back from that, and then my uncle lives in LA. And he was like, you can come and stay with me if you want to move to LA. Because I was sort of like, maybe I'll come and try and PA out there and figure out what I want to do. So drove cross country to LA with my dad, in my new car. It was new at the time. And no plan, really. I was just like, I'm going to come here and figure it out. And yeah, so then from there, I started doing stand-up pretty early on, like within the first week.
So you were young, like 19.
I was 19, when I moved to LA. Yeah. I signed up for an open mic at Flappers in Burbank.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out Flappers.
Flappers.
Shout out Flappers. And I was like, okay, I don't know what I'm going to do, but I'm going to go there and do it.
Show up.
I remember I would go, my schedule, I have this written out somewhere because I typed it on my computer and printed it out because I was like, you have to have some sort of structure.
Yeah.
So I think it was like, wake up. That was number one. Wake up.
Good start.
Go for a walk.
Nice.
And there were like timestamps too, which I'm like, what? Yeah. But wake up, go for a walk, and then write. It was literally just write. So I would go, I had a little notebook. I would go, my uncle lives in Sherman Oaks. I would go from Sherman Oaks to the Santa Monica Pier, to Santa Monica Beach, because I grew up coming to visit in LA. But when I would visit, I would only go to the same, 3 places. So I was only operating off of what I knew. So I would go drive from the Valley to Santa Monica, sit on the beach, and just write random jokes, or not even jokes. I mean, it was like full stories. Yeah. And I was like, there's got to be something here, maybe. And I would write, and then I think next on my to-do list was like, get up on the damn stage. I remember I had that in like bold Times New Roman, like size 22 font.
You write in Times New Roman?
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I actually wish. I really
That would be kind
wish.
of cool.
I look at my handwriting and I'm like, who is that?
I understand.
But no, so I signed up for an open mic, and then I just sort of kept going. I met some great people, and at that time, my mom was like, have you thought about signing up for an improv class? Like, you don't have anything better to do.
Shout out Mom. Yeah.
Shout out Mom. They know, y'all. They really know.
Moms are sneaky like that.
They are
they got
sneaky.
some knowledge. Yeah.
She'll still do this now with different classes and stuff. She'll just like slyly send me a link to something and be like,
about this? Yeah.
How about this? I'm like, okay, I appreciate it. I've grown to appreciate it.
Yeah.
But yeah, she sent me a link to UCB and a link to Groundlings.
Wow.
And I was like, I think I opened the Groundlings website and I saw Melissa McCarthy on the page, and I was like, okay, let's do it. And so that's sort of what started it, and then it just really sparked sort of what I was talking about before. Just I was like, I became obsessed with it. So I was doing improv and stand-up sort of at the same time.
Nice.
Two very different crowds.
Yeah.
Very different crowds. But sort of doing both of those at the same time. And then gradually over time, I think I just gravitated more towards improv, and then I started doing sketch too. And I haven't done stand-up in a couple years now. I mean, I am so grateful to the people that I met doing stand-up, and still it's not, I'm not hanging up the cleats, but I just have found, I think, my people with improv specifically. That's sort of the long-winded, like, backroads way I ended up here in this chair.
Yeah.
But wild ride.
Yeah. What year did you start at Groundlings?
This was 2022, so almost 4 years ago.
I think I took a class there that year as well.
Wow.
In the summer 2022, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ships in the night.
Yeah, ships in the night. I remember because I think we still, back then, you had to get the COVID test and like share the results, right? Yeah, it was like weekly.
Yeah. And I took, so they have like their core track.
Yeah.
And then they had the intro classes. Yeah. And I took workshop A because I was like, I saw that you had to audition. Yeah. And I was like, I'm not ready for that. I don't even know. I don't have headshots, which they said on the website, you don't need headshots. No, I was like, I don't have what I need. So I took workshop A, and it was fantastic. And it was a great experience. And then I remember doing the audition online because I'd
Zoom?
gone home for the holidays. Yeah. So I did it in my parents' basement online. And I remember just being like, so like, okay, I gotta, make sure I do this. And I'm like in the basement doing space work, like cutting a tomato.
Yeah.
And then, passed the audition. Thank you.
Yeah.
And started the track there.
Yeah.
But yeah, thinking back to those early days of improv, I just remember it felt like I was on the outside looking in, and I was like, I'm doing it. I am doing improv, but there are pieces that are not clicking yet, and I want to understand so badly. So that's when I started reading all the books and doing all I was like, I just want to get so good at it. Yeah. And watching shows and
Tons
feeling
of
like,
stuff.
how are they just free thinking, like doing this? But reps.
Yep. Improv's a muscle. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Come to the gym.
Yeah.
If that's here. That's anywhere else. You can take classes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you've been at Groundlings a little while now. Are you still doing stuff there too?
I am. Yeah. I'm waiting for Advanced Writing Lab, which is sort of like the last part of the school track.
Yeah. And then what? Sunday Company after that?
Yeah. And then Sunday Company, which would be like such a dream to be able to perform. I mean, really just to have, I think the older I get, I'm like, just a space to perform consistently. Yeah. And do, they do a new show every week pretty much. And so still there. I mean, I've met my best friends there, roommates there. It's given me such a incredible community of people. And really everywhere I've taken improv, because I've taken a few different places now in LA, I've gained both educationally and just human connection wise, like gained so much. So improv gave me everything truly that I have in LA now.
Yeah. And I mean, you've been in it for a few years now. So like, I mean, waiting for Advanced Writing Lab, like that takes some work to get to that level at the Groundlings. Like, I'm sure it's been a chore, just like go through, pass. All right, next one, go through, pass.
Yeah. It's definitely,
I know it's intense over there. Yeah.
It does. It has its pressures. I think it's given me such a fantastic, acting education because I had no experience in anything prior. So, and obviously being in the same space that like Kristen Wiig, Will Ferrell, Melissa McCarthy, Jennifer Coolidge, like people like that have been in, is just it's a sobering thing. Yeah. But, I think it's like anywhere you take what you can and do your own thing with it. So that's sort of where I'm at now in this like waiting period, just sort of doing my own stuff and, trying to produce my own shows, taking classes here, which has been such a great experience. And what at the time felt like, oh, I just need a place to like do improv in the interim. Now I'm like, I can't imagine not. Yeah. I mean, I so look forward to coming every week and seeing shows, being in shows here. Like, it's so awesome. It's just such a great community that's been fostered here. Yeah.
And I think it's good too. I've done a similar journey where I've been around to a lot of those places, and I think it's good to experience it all, kind of see, because there's just something different about, Groundlings, Improv. There used to be Second City here. Mm-hmm. That I took a class there 11 years ago. Yeah. I think. They died. I don't know when they died here.
I think it was COVID. I did. Okay. I just remembered this happened, and this puts me in a different position when it comes to my improv experience, but they did summer camps and I came out.
Right. They did the intensives.
The summer after 8th grade. So I was going into high school. Okay. I came out here and that was another one of those things where I was like, you know what? I'll just, it's just a week. Like, who cares? So I came out with my parents and did the Second City camp, and like we had a show at the end, and I remember that was my first improv show.
That's like a dream.
It is. It's so I still have the program that we had.
Yeah, you should. That's awesome.
Yeah, it was such a. I feel like I don't remember anything, but they sort of did, because it was an intensive. We sort of got it all in very quick. Like we did musical improv too, which at the time I was like, oh my god. Yeah. But yeah, we were sort of doing everything. But that I guess counts as my first improv experience, even though I have limited memory of it.
I mean, as a kid too, you're getting all that in a week, and it's summer, and you're like, it's a lot. It's a lot to learn in a week. Yeah, I remember they used to, I don't know if they still do, but they did those for adults as well. And I always wanted, I was like, maybe one day. But then I was like, how can I ever get a week just to do that? And I was like, that's the problem with being an adult, is it's a lot harder to dedicate a whole week to something.
Yeah. Well, it's so funny because I just did, so I've been at Groundlings, I've been here. I hadn't started the UCB journey until literally, I took Sketch 101 a couple years ago because I just didn't know, again, anything about sketch writing.
Sketch class,
Just wanted some structure. And I just took Improv 101 last week. I did the intensive.
Intensive,
Yeah, and it was so, like, enlightening, and I feel like it was so cool to just sort of reignite a spark of being brand new in this scene again, because they have a totally different philosophy.
Yeah, very different.
And it was just, but definitely a lot of different, like, people that were just there because they were traveling and they were like, well, I'm here for the week, let me do it. Some people who just want to get a jump start on the program there. Some people who, I mean, were actors who have booked things, like big things, but they hadn't done improv.
Yeah, they want that experience.
So I think improv is so great because you can always learn and get better. And I think that's what's also so cool about here specifically, is like, you don't have to get to the highest level to be able to perform with people that have been doing it forever. I mean, whenever Matt jumps into a scene, I'm just like, ooh, goody, because his mind is just so expansive, and it's I think improv is trial by fire. Like, just learning and experiencing in real time. So that's what's so great about here.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's one thing that struck me, because similar to you, I'd kind of been everywhere, and then it's coming here, I was like, wait, that's just like, there's no levels, like there's not 101, 201, 301, 401, There's just like, you're just in, and like whoever's there is there. And Matt jumps in, like whatever. You might be in class with someone, you're like, whoa. It was kind of cool to just try that out. It's a different feeling, right?
Yeah. It's so great too, because I feel like a lot of times you'll go to an improv class and everyone's an actor. Yeah. And here, being an actor is like being in the minority.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you're an actor? That's cool.
Yeah, it's a retired, like, professional.
Yeah, lauyers, doctors.
doctors.
We have a lot of lawyers and doctors, actually.
We do.
Yeah, architects, we got a couple of those.
Yeah. But it's so fun being in class with them, and just, like, I sort of think about, if I would love to write a show one day about IFTP, and very a la The Office, sort of.
Talking heads, monkey man.
Because we have some characters.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Some great characters. But it feels like, and it still kind of feels like this little known secret gem of, like, if you know, you know. Yeah. And that's what keeps people coming back. Yeah. And that's what's cool too about the structure of, like, it's a new class every month, but it's kind of the same people. Yeah. So
that consistent core group. Yeah. Like you said, you're in Wednesdays. Like, I used to be in Wednesday class like 5 years ago. Oh my gosh. And it was like, we had a core group on that Wednesdays, but I'm sure it's evolved since then to like the iteration that you're in now.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. 5 years. Where's the time gone? I guess. This year's my 5-year IFTP anniversary. Anyway, so that's like just thinking.
You should have a solo show in the festival.
We need people to come to the shows. That's the problem. Yeah. That's the problem. Yeah. I think Matt. Maybe if Matt wants to close the studio, that might be a good way to do it. Just give me a solo show, and then we'll see.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. I'll talk to him about it. Yeah. Hey, man, if you're ever looking to retire, we got something for you.
Float it out there and see if you get any bites.
I'll perform a solo show. And then that's it.
Crazier things have happened.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Have you ever thought about doing a solo show?
I have actually.
Yeah.
I think I feel like it's an LA rite of passage if you're a performer to either do some sort of solo or duo show.
Like Hollywood Fringe kind of, yeah.
Well, I've been thinking about, I'm like, I really want to put a show out for Fringe this year to just try it. But I definitely have some ideas for duo shows. Because Courtney and I work together a lot and we do sort of similar characters that we have talked about putting in. Oh, what if we put them in this situation or this situation? But a solo show, I mean, I've seen some great solo shows, but they are daunting because I think I'm like, well, if I'm improvising a lot, then how hard could it be? But then I'm like, they're up there for an hour, sometimes more. Yeah. Establishing a story. Yeah. I'm like, okay, it's not just like, let's have everyone buy tickets and then I'm just going to go up on stage and do whatever. That's if I want to do a comedy special, an improv special. I mean, I guess I could, again, put it out there and like, I'll call it like the lowest expectations show. Lowest expectations ever show. Yeah. Watch me just figure it out in real time. That's sort of what the premise would be.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool. So you're working on it. It could be this year, could be next year.
I'm working on it. I also just, the scene from La La Land where Mia has her own solo show. Yeah. And it's like 5 people in the audience are just like a smattering of clapping. I feel that way doing like group improv shows where we'll have more people on stage than an audience. Oh, yeah. Those are also an LA rite of passage. Yeah.
It's rough. Yeah. You're just like, well, here we are.
Yeah, you have the same person giving the suggestions because that's the only person available. It comes with the territory.
Yeah, and you can't exhaust your friend invites, right? Like, oh, I asked them to come to the last one, or like your friends are also improvisers.
I know, that's the hardest thing. That's literally the hardest thing.
Also the harshest critics at any other improv show.
Yeah.
Because they're like, I wouldn't have made that choice.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, I should have edited the scene there.
Yeah. I'm like, awesome. How about you write it then and give it back to me and I'll perform it for you.
Yeah. Great. Oh, would you like that? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough. You got to spread it out a little bit.
Yeah.
And be like, all right, these guys, they haven't seen a show for like maybe a month, maybe 2 months. So shoot them the invite, see what they say.
Yeah. I love I hate being this person, so I try and never do it. But when you get a text and you're like, oh, hey. Would love to see, like, how you doing? Let's catch up. Yeah. Let's catch up. And by catch up, I mean, you can watch me perform.
And then I'll probably go home after.
Yeah. I've also recently started getting Partyful invites to people's shows.
No.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Because, Partyful is kind of like the next generation of, like, events.
Yeah, but I'm also like, you could at least, I'd rather you text me individually. Because then I'm like, okay, I'm on an invite list of 30 people. I don't feel special at all.
And they see you say no. Like,
yeah. In that case, I'm like, I want you to see me say no and reject your show. Yeah. Because just text me.
Yeah. I don't like that. I am kind of a bad person when I'm invited to something. Even if I know I'm going to go, I always immediately say maybe. I'm a big maybe because I'm just like, I want to get in. I want to be able to read about it. But look, boundaries. I got to see what's going on.
Yeah,
first.
That's the sneaky thing about Partyful too, where it's like you have to give some sort of response to get more information. It almost feels like you're paying to play. Yeah, and now
there's like social features. I had to download the app for some reason, and I didn't want it. I'm a big like, if I don't need the app, get that out of here. But I had to. I can't remember why. There's just something stupid about it. You had to get the app, and then now you go on there and it's like, who's your crush? And I'm like, well, I'm married. I'm like, I
can't be leave me alone. Also, like, where is this data going?
I'm like, why does the party company need to know who I'm interested in? What? Yeah. And then there's like, there were like pokes on Facebook like a long time ago, right? They got rid of that because it was kind of weird. And then, Mark Zuckerberg, what were you doing? And then
we're getting more and more invasive.
Partyful has something like that too, though. It's not called a poke. I can't remember, but I was just like, what? We already did this. Yeah. Like, I'm a millennial. Like, now Gen Z, they're just getting their version of pokes and Partyful. And then Gen Alpha is going to get something else,
Gen Alpha, I don't even know if parties will exist.
That's true.
When they they'll have meetings.
Like Discord parties.
They'll have cloud meetings. Yeah.
Zoom.
Yeah.
Google Meet. Yeah, I don't know.
Google Meet. Yeah.
So, look, Partyful, there's a lot of cool stuff about that app. But also, you have to have the app for a lot of stuff. Boo. And it's like, let's just stick to like having cool events. Don't.
Right.
No social features. They have DMs.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
No. Another brand
That's why I
we're
can
calling
text.
out.
Yeah.
Another brand, Partyful, get it together. I will say though, on the Partyful note, I do love a good gag Partyful. Like, meet me in the kitchen in 5 minutes. I love creating random Partyfuls.
I need to do that. That's
just
brilliant.
For normal. Just to interact with someone.
I actually really like that. Like, that's a good way. That's like a fun, almost passive aggressive way with a roommate. You'd be like, meet me in the kitchen to talk about your performance as a roommate. Or just like a silly one, but also kind of passive aggressive.
Yeah, no, it's a great. Luckily, we don't have. There are 4 of us that live together. We don't have any like roommate beef. But maybe if I ever wanted to start something, I'd send a Partyful.
Can I steal that? Can I do that?
Go ahead.
Because I've never heard of that. Maybe. Yeah, I'm old. I'm a little washed, but that sounds cool.
That one's free.
I want to do that.
That one's on the house.
Maybe the app is worth it. Yeah.
A little.
Maybe just for that. Because, they don't care. You can make an event for anything.
Yeah.
Who's stopping you? Yeah.
No one. That's the problem and the solution.
Yeah. Okay. Sophie, you might have turned around my perspective on Partyful there.
I try.
You gave me a reason to use the app.
I try.
Besides just like saying maybe every couple weeks to something.
Yeah.
Just be like, maybe. I got something this Friday. Gotta rack it up on Partyful, Gotta get it on there. Okay, so back to improv, but again, Partyful.
Yeah.
So there's so many things that come up. East Coast, there's Partyful, there's
so
time, all these important things. But thinking about kind of your improv journey, because I'd say you're like a highly experienced improviser, and you got a ton of training. I think you've done a good amount of performing. I know you've done some sketch, some stand-up. Like you've gone through the crucible, So thinking back to when you first started to now, those years that you've put in, how do you think you've grown as an improviser? Or what are some of the biggest lessons you've learned?
I think it's so funny because I talk about this a lot in therapy, actually. But it's sort of like...
Good place to talk about it.
Well, and I think this is such the journey of the performer in whatever capacity, but specifically in LA where everything just feels like it's moving all the time, where it's like you're always at the top of the mountain and the bottom of the mountain at the same time. It feels like I'm like, if I'm sitting here now, I'm like, it feels like I have such a long way to go, which I do. But then looking back at where I started, which was, building this all literally from scratch, I'm like, damn, that's pretty good, Sophie. You did pretty good there. But no, I think I have been so fortunate to learn from so many different people with their own experiences and philosophies. I think too, being so young when I started, you learn a lot very quickly, and I think similar to life, it's like you learn what serves you and what doesn't, and what to let go of, certain pressures or stressors. I think improv has been such an escape and just a safe place, and I just love the craft because it is a craft and everything about it. So I think leaning into that has really helped me, because watching people like, Amy Poehler and Matt Walsh, thinking about the people that started like UCB, they were doing it together for years, and then they just improvised together all the time. So I think that is such a big part of it. Having, like I said before, great teachers and mentors. I really lucked out. I also have incredibly supportive parents. So that's so huge, and makes the stress of it all a little bit less because I know that they'll support me. Yeah. But I think it's accepting that improv, even if you're doing character improv, big characters like the Groundlings, you're bringing yourself wherever you go. And I think just relaxing in it and trusting that it will be found, that was like the first big, I remember what it felt like in real time when you have those moments in improv where it's like, oh, this just clicked for me. Yeah. So letting the scene find you and not trying to force it and just sort of living in the space. And I know like Matt loves to say, stay there, play there. Ooh, when you find it. But I think it's just such a beautiful world. Like you're not limited by who you are or what you're wearing or what you look like. You can literally be anyone you want, with exceptions, in an improv scene. And that's what's so great about it. So I think, looking back, I'm just grateful for every opportunity I've ever had to take a class or be in a show or watch a show, and explore this world, because definitely there's still a long way to go. But I think when I say 4 years, it sounds like nothing, but I think I have put a lot into those 4 years. So it feels like I've been doing it longer. And I think, there's an element of taking it seriously. Even the silliest and funniest thing, what we do is inherently fun and joyful and silly, but I have always treated it like I'm doing this full time. Yeah. And I think it's definitely proved to be beneficial for me. But that's, I think in just a brief reflection, that's what I would say.
I mean, 4 years, you basically did improv college right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Got your bachelor's in improv.
I really did. Yeah. I really did. Yeah. My master's is next. And then
there you go.
Gonna go to med school.
Yeah, PhD.
Improv, med school. Yeah. All of it.
Nice. I don't know what comes after PhD. So nothing. Nobel Peace Prize in improv.
Yeah. Hopefully one day.
Let's aim for that.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. I think that's awesome. And something to your point that sticks out to me, and I strongly agree with, just talking about how improv, it's like those limits that are in so many other things like theater, like casting and this role has to be your type, or you got to wear this or look like this. And then improv is just like, I don't know, just show up and do it. That's something that always drew me in, because I started out here trying to do the whole acting thing, right? And then, I'm just going through these listings and be like, oh, you got to be this tall, look like this, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't even want to do these parts. These parts stink. Like, they're not even that fun. Like, why am I auditioning to play like a little boy? And I'm 22 or whatever,
Yeah.
And then I could just come and do improv, and I just do whatever serves the scene, whether that's someone who's like me or very different than me. Doesn't matter. It's fun.
Yeah. I think the best part about improv to me is you can't do it alone.
Yeah.
I mean, unless you're doing a solo show, which even then you can't do it alone, but it's the most teamiest team sport that there is. And I've always loved that. I think growing up playing sports, like I was never the star athlete, but I just loved, like I would love the bus ride to the game more than the actual game itself. Much fun. Yeah. And that's what I love about improv is there's both, like the camaraderie when we're all sort of backstage before a show,
that green room moments.
You're not going over lines. We're just sort of like shooting the shit. And then we get out on stage and just having trust in each other. And the people that I perform with regularly, I've been working with for like 2 years now.
It's a team. Yeah.
So it's fun to work with people who you're like, I don't know. 'Cause I'm also known in improv to just sort of say something and then have to justify it later. And sometimes that something is insane.
Good. That's how it works. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fun when you're with people who know that, like, okay, Sophie's about to do whatever she's going to do, and we're going to make sense of it somehow, some way.
Yeah.
But I think to to your point, yeah, like it can be so draining with castings and what are they looking for? I always find myself, who is they? I don't even know.
Yeah.
But it's so, I think the more I get fed up with that, the more gratitude I have towards the improv scene for just always being there. And I know I can always go back. And I think I have felt, since I've sort of laser focused in on like what I'm trying to do now, which laser focus is not even the word for it, because in some respect I'll never know what I want to do.
Still sometimes going like this.
The lasers are everywhere. Yeah. But I think that I will always use improv as my North Star and for generating ideas for sketches or characters, anything. I think it's sort of like, you know, based on the way the industry is now and just, I think how life is, it's sort of like you have to not only create the door for yourself to walk through, you have to create the key and every aspect of it, which in improv, literally you can create a door, you can create a key. So I think it's,
you can build it.
Yeah. That's what I love about it is any world you want can be yours. And I try and apply that to just sort of navigating my way through, you know, cause I want to act in projects eventually and create my own projects and work on stuff and write stuff, direct stuff. So I definitely think improv is just such a North Star.
Yeah. I think I agree with that approach because it's a good foundation to get to everything else. The improv is just writing on your feet. So if you want to write, great, do some improv. Help get those ideas going. Whether it's sketches, screenplays, whatever. Like start there. I got a couple more questions for you, Sophie. And then we're going to do just a little improv.
Oh, goody.
Because we've been talking about it for so long. I guess we have to prove it now.
That we can actually do it.
Yeah, don't worry. There's scripts under your chair. Don't worry.
Okay,
We'll cut this part. Okay. Just think about this. And you've touched on this. Maybe this is redundant, but I like to put the question out there. You talked about improv's impact in your life, right? And I mean, again, the time you've spent, improv is kind of this North Star to you, which again, totally agree. Have you seen it, I guess, bleed into other areas like outside of, I guess, maybe in relationships and family, like work stuff? I don't know. Have you seen it kind of spill into those other areas? Like, wow, because I do improv, like now I do this differently when I'm in traffic. I don't know, anything like that.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, on the character side of improv, I'll find myself just like doing random characters in the car.
Oh, 100%.
It's a great thing to do in traffic.
It's the only thing to do.
Yeah. And I think on the life side, I'm a person who struggles with anxiety and OCD, and I think it's rewired my brain a little bit. And coming from a background where it felt like there were so few things that felt safe to me as far as like I'm anxiety free, I'm OCD free, I'm not having obsessive thoughts or compulsions or anything. When I found improv, knowing that I could step into that space and, you know, people, I'll talk to people and they're like, how can you just perform for a crowd of people? Like I would be so anxious. And I tell them, I'm like, it's the only time I'm not anxious is like something just flips. And I think then bringing that back into my real life, it's like, okay, I know that if I can be okay in improv, then I can be okay in life. And I think it just, even though improv can be so chaotic, maybe it's like two negative ends of a magnet or whatever, where it's like it cancels each other out, so it almost calms the noise in my brain, or it redirects it to like where it's supposed to go. Maybe. But I think that's how it impacts my life. And with my relationships, I mean, it's hard because like all my friends are improvisers, so we're
improvisers
sort
too.
of all just like
Yeah.
everything is a yes and.
Am I right, guys?
Yeah, literally. It's sort of like we want to get away from it when we're not
I understand.
when we're not doing it. But with I think with my friends from home back in Syracuse who don't really are not in the scene, it's they've seen me gain sort of freedom and confidence with it, and they've seen me from the start.
Change.
Yeah, same with my family and my parents. They've sort of seen me just really take to this thing and be really committed to it. So I think they have more respect for it, and I think it also helps you problem solve. I haven't worked in a corporate setting before, but I know that IFTP and many other places do corporate trainings, and I would love to be part of something like that one day, because I think about what I imagine like the corporate person to be.
Yeah.
And I've been in class with some of those people too that are just taking an improv class to help them speak more freely or feel more confident. And I think it definitely helps in every aspect of life, certainly now, because who knows? I mean, who knows what's going to happen at any point in time ever?
Yeah. That's true.
Roll with the punches, improvise your way out of whatever this is, whatever's happening in life, in the world right now.
Yeah. Wait, what do you mean? No, just kidding. Just kidding.
Everything's awesome right now, guys.
Yeah.
I'm content.
You got Bagel Bites commented on your video.
What else do I need?
Yeah, that's like peak. I don't know.
There's nothing after that.
I'm still waiting for that to happen.
I'm hoping. I'm manifesting for you.
Thank you. I also don't post anything except this podcast. So, Bagel Bites, if you don't comment on this podcast, I'm going to eat some of your product.
Bagel Bites, I'm going to delete my video that you commented on if you don't.
No. Don't do that.
I would.
Don't suffer on my behalf.
I would for the pod.
For the pod?
Yeah. You heard me,
That's
Bagel Bites.
Close. Yeah.
This is war.
You have 1 hour.
This is war. I actually, what's so horrible is I'm gluten-free, unfortunately, so I can't even eat Bagel Bites anymore. So you know what?
It's not your fault.
Make a gluten-free version too, Bagel Bites.
Smart. People would be about that.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's Bagel Bites, your childhood favorite. Now, maybe... you can tolerate it because it's not as bad. We took out the gluten. Yeah.
Being gluten-free was one of the worst things to ever happen to me.
That sucks.
And it happened right when I moved to LA.
Oh,
so
perfect. Well, actually,
it's a good place to be, but there are so many, I can't have so many. I mean, now that I'm sitting here, I'm like, let me think of one example at all. But
like bread.
Anywhere with good bread, you won't find me there. Yeah. You just won't. There are some great gluten-free places, though, especially around here.
Yeah. Aaron McKenna's?
Yeah.
Yeah. Larchmont? Mm-hmm. Fire. Mm-hmm. Fire. My sister's gluten-free, so I know a lot of the spots around here because I pick stuff up, and she lives in San Diego, but I take it down.
Yeah.
Beverly Hills Cookies?
They have gluten-free?
They do. I
did not know
they
that.
They have some really good stuff.
One of my personal faves is Modern Bread and Bagel, which they have a few locations. Yeah. There's one close to me on the west side in Santa Monica. They also have one, I think, in Woodland Hills and then Beverly Hills, maybe. Yeah. But 100% dedicated gluten-free kitchen, which is always nice because then I go in there and I can order like a normal person. Yeah.
All that business.
Yeah.
But Applebee's, they need to step their game up. Chili's needs to make more Chili's. Yeah, there's
just the one in Encino, I think.
There's one way east in Monrovia, which I've been to because it's Chili's. Yeah. Took East Pasadena, maybe I don't know, somewhere out there.
There are a lot of like Sonic. I mean, places that on the East Coast were like a 10-minute drive. I took a road trip to Sonic. And again, can't even really eat anything there, but just wanted an ocean water.
Ooh, yeah.
So
I like that, the cherry limeade. There's one in Duarte, I think. That's where the Sonic is. I used to work right by it long ago. And I'd be like, well, I guess we have Sonic here. Because it was new. I remember they were like, LA has a Sonic. I'm like, it's not really LA. It's LA County has a song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A loose LA.
Yeah, it's out there. Yeah, it's far from here. Like it'd
Yeah.
probably take us an hour to get over there right now. So,
Yeah.
Ugh. God. What can you do? All right. My last question for you, Sophie. What's your sonic order? No, just kidding. Ocean water. That's what it is.
Ocean water. Yeah.
Yeah. Thinking about this year, right? It's March, early March still. Yeah, it's the 10th. It's early March.
The 10th.
You've dabbled in many things. Are there kind of any sort of projects or things you're thinking about or hopes or kind of, it's not even like a resolution or things like you have to do this by the end of the year. Just you're like, hey, it's 2026. I might want to get involved with this year.
Yeah.
We're not going to hold you to it. There's no pressure.
Good.
Yeah. No one's going to follow up.
A resolution, one thing about a resolution with me, it will fall through.
Yeah,
but if it's a loose, what if you did this?
Yeah.
Then I'm all for it.
So I could be into that this year.
Yeah.
Got any of those and creative stuff? Yeah.
Yeah. I am trying to write more. I am legitimately would like to do a solo show at some point.
Nice.
I'm writing a comedy pilot with some of my friends, which I'm very excited for.
Nice.
We're in a good groove with that, so I'm looking forward to how that pans out. I would love to write and direct some sketches or a short. Would love to act in sketches or short. I think just act more in general. Just really work that muscle. And I think, just really put as much energy as I can into like all creative pursuits. I started a new improv show with some of my friends, which is going well. We're sort of doing every other month.
Nice.
We have a show this weekend that's going to be a costumed improv show. Ooh. So just sort of, I think the vibe of this year is throw it at the wall. I think just a lot of honestly experimentation and just like, let's do a gritty house show in a black box theater.
Black box. Get
with
some
3
acting
people
cubes
in the audience. Yeah. Get some cubes. Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Yeah. I think just like really try everything while I'm in the position and while I'm able to try everything and see what works and push myself creatively. I think that's what I could be into this year if I think about it.
Yeah. I like that. Throw it at the wall. See, but very Italian.
Yeah.
That's a good approach. It's like, I'm not beholden to this. I'll try it. Maybe I won't like it. I drop it. I move on to something else.
Yeah.
Totally fine. It's your life. Do that. Find the thing you want to do. So I like that a lot. Writing a pilot, getting a show, any sort of like consistency that you can build in performing, whether it's once a month, once every other month, that's great no matter what. That's so hard to secure something like that. So the fact that you got this schedule already, you're like, hey, we're gonna do one this weekend. We got one in another couple months. That's really good.
Yeah, I think there are so many. Nothing about my path at all in life has been linear.
Yeah,
and with OCD, it can sort of feel like, oh, it needs to be linear or it needs to be this way. But shedding that, and with that, I think the non-linear vibe of this industry, just sort of like, do what brings you joy. I think I spent some time being like, well, what is the result of this going to be? And found out very quickly that gets you nowhere, similar to improv, where it's like, you just have to be in the moment, and the scene will take whatever shape it takes. You can't race towards an ending, because who knows what the ending is. If I establish a scene where I'm a pilot, and I'm trying to end the scene by landing the plane, who knows that I could end the scene being a chef. We don't know. We don't know these things.
That's true. You take off your pilot's uniform, boom. You actually have a chef hat underneath there.
Yeah, or maybe I was an orangutan this whole time. I wasn't even a person. Who knows?
Big reveal.
Who knows?
I like these twist endings you're thinking up.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Always thinking.
Okay. I like that. I like that a lot. All right. Well, thank you, Sophie. Thank you for talking about improv.
Yeah.
You ready to do a little? Improv?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. Let's do it. Let's do some. All right. So this is going to shock you, but this game, you and me, we're actually hosts of a radio show. Wow.
Whoa.
Imagine, I don't even know what that would look like.
I don't
headphones
either.
and microphones.
It's out of my league.
Yep. No, this brain can't perceive that. But I want you to help me out. So we're going to host our very own radio advice show. Could you help me? What should be the name of this show?
A radio advice show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All radio, no shack.
All Radio, No Shack. Ooh, I like that a lot. So our show is going to be called All Radio, No Shack. We're the hosts. We'll find out more about us. But there's a little twist about our show. Is that for every person who submits something, we're actually going to try and give them the worst possible advice. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's kind of the gist of the scene. I'll kind of go through, give us a couple of prompts from the folks who, let's say they emailed in. Yeah.
Okay, I like that.
This is a modern age. I don't want to speak on the phone.
No.
No. They're someone tried to pull up Skype. I said, nobody has that. This is just bad news. Yeah. All right. So this scene is going to be an episode of All Radio, No Shack. We're trying to give the worst possible advice. I'll do lights up and blacks out whenever we're done.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. Here we go. Lights up.
Hello, and welcome back to All Radio, No Shack. My name is Dorinda Hausler.
And my name is Horinda Dowsler, the co-host of All Radio, No Shack.
Today we have a very great episode for you. We have our reoccurring segment called, Well, That's Just What I Would Do, where we have our guests, and our listeners, because sometimes it's both. Our guests / listeners email in and let us know what sort of problems they're having in their life, and we are going to help them solve it.
Yep. And, Dorinda and I, we want to help make your life simpler, better. This show could be a turning point in your life. Finally put you on the path you're meant to be on.
If you're at the lowest point of your life right now, I would say this is the show for you because we have a pretty high success rate. We've had 2 Yelp reviews, and that's a lot for a radio show. I've never heard of
2.
Howard Stern. He doesn't have any Yelp reviews.
0. I checked yesterday.
0 Yelp reviews for Howard Stern. So
kind of embarrassing.
Yeah. Well, here's our first email here.
Oh, yeah.
I'm pulling it up here. It says,
thank you.
I'm looking to either propose or call the whole thing off. Which should I do, and how can I tell which one to do?
That is a tough one.
That's a tough one.
I mean, we've all been there.
We've all been there. I was just there this past February.
Yeah. Well, here's what I would do. I think, in this situation, a partner loves someone who's indecisive. So what I would do is I would actually go through with a proposal, but I'd also say, if you tell me no, it's over. That way, I'm still getting to present both options, so I don't have to make a choice. Put it on to the other person.
You know what? I love that, and I wish I did that with my first husband because it would have changed my life drastically.
Yeah.
I would say similarly to that, I would give, if I was presented with what almost seems like an ultimatum.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if I should get engaged, or if I should call the whole thing off. That's an ultimatum. So I would say this: hey, I just called your boss, and he said,
wow.
He said he's going to fire you or he's going to promote you, and it's up to me. And I would say that to my significant other.
Clever.
And I think that would work. I think let me know, emailer, if you have any success, if you try that and you have success with that. I think it would work really well if your significant other has a high level corporate job. I think it would work the best in that environment.
Dorinda, that's what you would do?
That's what I would do.
I think that's what I would do too. But I'm going to take your advice, and I love that. I want to move on to this next one. We actually we got a tweet, not X, a tweet. It's old. I've had it screenshotted for a while, so this advice might be a little late. But
we just haven't gotten to it.
Hey, we get to it when we get to it.
We get flooded with calls, emails, tweets, guys. So don't be mad at us.
Yeah, we're still going through our tweets.
Yeah.
So this tweet says, "Big meeting tomorrow with my boss." We missed it, but it's okay. Maybe this will help someone else.
Yeah.
Big meeting tomorrow with my boss. I've been doing the job of 3 people for the last year, and I'm going to ask for a raise. How should I do it?
Wow.
I hope the meeting went well.
3 people, the job of 3 people.
The job of 3 people.
So my question to the tweeter, because I actually have a follow-up question, even though the moment has passed.
Yeah. Well, they might get back to us on X, the everything app.
Yes.
Yeah.
My question would be, are you doing the same job but with the man or woman power of 3 people? Or are you doing 3 different jobs that are out of your job description? The answer would be the same for both situations, though, which is you march in there.
Yeah.
You give 1 knock on the door.
Oh.
That's what I call a courtesy knock. Then you rip it open. If there's no door, you stomp your foot once.
Oh, yeah.
And then you just enter.
So it simulates the knock.
Yes.
Smart.
And you say, listen, I just found your house on Zillow.
Oh, wow.
And I press this button and it goes up for sale right now.
Wow.
So either you give me a raise or start looking for a new house, buddy.
Wow.
And you can say, and buddy, I think, is gender neutral. So if your boss is a woman or a man, it doesn't matter. Just say that, because there's also some power with that. If someone said, hey, buddy, your house is up on Zillow, I'd be scared.
Yeah.
I would really be scared.
I'd be scared. If I get buddied, I'm immediately elevated. I'm like, someone just buddied me?
Yeah.
I know they mean it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's serious.
Yeah. And I think I want to add to that, Dorinda. After you show them, the Zillow button that you have, I'd do you one more. I'd pull up the speakerphone and have realtor on the line. Just say, and you want to lower the selling price by 60%? Sounds good, Coldwell Banker Realty. Just to really amp up the tension.
Yeah.
Because they're going to lose their home and lose 60% of the value in this market.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Almost a bidding war. I would say if you can't get a hold of a realtor, go.
That's a good point.
Go into the office anyway.
Yeah.
And start a bidding war. It doesn't matter on what.
Yeah.
I'll go in. Sometimes I'll go into a place and I'll pretend to be on the phone. I won't even actually be on the phone. And I'll just say, let's say I'm at the deli. I go to the counter. I go right into the speaker. Right. I want 5% of all shares and 3% dividend on the back end of the first 3 stocks.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And that's a mouthful.
Yeah.
But it makes sense to me.
Yeah.
And I know it makes sense to you.
Yeah, and the butcher as well.
And the butcher as well.
At the deli. Yeah.
And then he'll give me 1/4 of a pound of turkey for free if I go in and I say that.
I don't even know why you had to translate that. I knew that. Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, so that's what you would do?
That's what I would do if I wasn't able to go directly into the office. I would try the deli thing. Or if you're just looking to practice, if you're not quite confident enough for your boss yet, do the deli thing.
Yeah.
Because that one is foolproof. I use it time and time again. I can't tell you how many free sandwiches I've been able to make by going into the deli and doing that.
That's some fantastic advice. I think we have one more message. This is actually it's a Snapchat, and I've had my finger on it for a while because I didn't want it to go away.
Right.
Because I got it last week. So my thumb is tired.
Oh, I bet.
I moved my thumb. It went away. It disappeared. Shoot.
I'm sorry. Hey, if that was you that sent that, go ahead and send it again. We'll try again in another few months. With Snapchat, you never want to be caught dead screenshotting anything, so we would never do anything like that.
Yeah.
Try again later.
And I'm so sorry. It's just that I have well, I had been holding my thumb down for, again, at 7 days.
You were fatigued.
Yeah.
There's no need to.
It's been hard to shower and charge and like drive here. So, look, I guess my advice would be, if you're hoping to send something important, do you one better. Snapchat, but make it encrypted so that it can't even be read.
Exactly.
That way you know it's secure.
I was just going to say, anything you want to send to us, this is for all our listeners. Anything for us, if it's not a zip file, we won't even touch it. Because we're also having security issues. We've been hacked 3 times in the last 2 weeks. And it's not the cute kind of hacking either.
No.
It's a lot of personal information is being leaked to governments that you don't even know exist.
Yeah, they took my dog's birth certificate, and
now his dog can't go to the vet.
Nope. Vet won't see him. They say, how do I know that's this dog? Good point.
This might be the last episode, guys, because you're really just... We're tired of the disrespect. All we do is give you sound advice. Yeah. And what we get in return is the loss of identity for your dog. And several of my family members have lost their high security credentials in their jobs.
Wow. Just devastating. Well, this has been All Radio No Shack.
Catch you next time, maybe.
Blackout! Wow, I feel bad for your family.
They all work.
Their government clearance, Department of Defense.
They're all in the same sector of the CIA.
Oh my! Well, not anymore.
No. Now they can't even get anywhere near.
Oh my gosh.
Quantico, or is it the FBI?
I think that's FBI. I think the CIA is so good we don't even know where they are.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
You could probably Google it and find out, but
they're everywhere and nowhere. They're in the walls here. They're on the pod.
I mean, they're probably just in our cell phones. It's a lot easier.
Yeah.
We all carry mobile microphones and cameras for them.
Yeah. I'm going to get so many ads for Bagel Bites, Welch's, and Meta after this.
Velveeta. Yeah.
Velveeta. It won't even be funny.
Gluten-free Bagel Bites.
Literally. Yeah. Maybe that's manifesting. Can you manifest through your phone?
Maybe. I think maybe. I think the whole deal is that it has to be like a little wrong so that you don't get too suspicious.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's right.
Yeah.
And that's all it takes, just muddy the waters a little bit.
Yeah.
Because then you're like, it's just coincidence. And so long as you can pass it off as coincidence,
you can get by with anything.
Yeah.
Damn.
I mean, maybe, I don't know what I know. But Sophie, thank you so much for coming on the show. Are there any last words you want to leave us with tonight before we conclude this episode?
Thank you for having me. Any last words for the episode?
Yeah. Where can we find you? What are you up to?
You can find me on Instagram, Soph Heffner, 2 F's in Heffner, although many people think I'm related to Hugh Heffner. I'm not. Different bloodline. What am I up to? Just working on my stuff. I have some shows that I post about, both improv and sketch. And final words. I said at the beginning, I'll say it again. Be your own influencer. Do what speaks to you. Do what moves you. And let's just keep having fun and making shit, I think. That's all I have.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Well said. Well, thank you so much for Sophie Heffner for coming on the show. As always, we'll be back next time with another episode of Improv for the Podcast. But until then. Improv for the Podcast was created by Matt Moore and Michael Lee Evans. Edited and produced by Michael Lee Evans. And finally, presented by Improv for the People. Interested in more IFTP? You can visit us at improvforthepeople.com or on our socials, such as Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, and YouTube. Remember, new episodes are released weekly. Thank you for listening. We'll see you next time.